Hi there, everyone. I hope that you're all doing well today. I decided to do something a little bit different this evening, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the energy sessions that I do. I'm doing one this evening that's got a very specific or particular energy that I'm working with, and this is the energy of communication. All right, so I'm actually working with two individuals here where we want to open up communication, open and honest communication between them. And so you'll see I have a candle that represents each party. I'm not going to divulge anything further because obviously this is something private for somebody and I do respect my client's privacy. Okay, but we're going to talk about some of the elements that I'm bringing in here because this is something that can be used by a lot of people and an energy that can be tapped into. So on a Wednesday, apparently, according to astrology as well, Wednesday is a very good day for communication. All right, this is also because it is associated with Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of communication. Mercury is also the god of communication in some pantheons, and we also then have the corresponding archetype or angelic energy here, which we can see on the card that I'm using, which is the Archangel Gabriel. All right, let me bring that a little bit closer for you just for a sec. I'm also going to just read to you from this oracle card deck that I've taken this card from. Let me just get this right for you. Let him focus. There we go. So we've got the Archangel Gabriel here. He is the Archangel of communication. He's also got this light in his throat chakra. See the throat energy session, energy center, sorry. And the blue crystal that he holds in his hand. He's also got the trumpet that also shows communication, messages, all of this kind of energy. All right, so he brings in communication, he brings messages for us, and he opens up communication. Very, very important. So, we are now working on a Wednesday. We're working with the elements, or invoking basically this energy of communication, bringing in different elements. We're also using here, I'm using blue lace agate, which is the stone that you see here. There's a rough version of it, a rough piece in the center of the two candles. And I've got blue lace agates all around as well because this is one of the main stones that are associated with the throat chakra. So when we're looking at the throat chakra, this is our conduit for truth. Okay, this energy center in our throat, and this is what helps us to communicate honestly and openly and truthfully with ourselves and to others. And this is the energy that I'm working with this evening. So, I just want to have a look in the book quickly, and I'm going to read a little bit more about Archangel Gabriel. Obviously, the archetype of Mercury as a god would also have a similar kind of energy because they all kind of they all work along the same lines, or they all have the same kind of attributes. All right, well, they are all just different archetypes from different pantheons that we can use for this element or this representation of communication. All right, so here it says the fifth chakra, which is your throat chakra, because we move from the bottom up, from your root chakra up to the fifth chakra in the throat, Archangel Gabriel, which encompasses self-expression and speaking your truth. And it says here, Gabriel holds his trumpet in one hand and a beautiful orb of blue light in the other. He is sending powerful energy to your throat center, acknowledging your power to communicate and your readiness to do so. This angel opens you up to truthful expression, both with yourself and others. You may have had trouble with expressing emotions and ideas in the past, but Gabriel is here to tell you that your soul longs to take that leap now. Be aware that true communication includes how you speak to yourself, so never deny your profound, integral value. Speak up for yourself. Write in your journal. Let your words flow. Now is the time to express yourself freely and fully, and the universe always honors your choice to do so. This card could also indicate that a communication project is coming, or a time of heightened communication with spirit and telepathy with others. All right, so do you see how it can encompass all kinds of different types of communication? It also has an affirmation here that says, "My throat chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state, spinning with a beautiful energy of freedom and self empowerment. I'm free to express myself in every way." All right, so if you have to do anything to do with communication, it's also a good time to do it. So Wednesdays are supposed to be a good time to do this. Or, in my opinion, it doesn't always have to be a Wednesday, all right? We can invoke energies when we need them around us at any time. And so, if you're working on a creative project, if you're writing a book, if you need to write an article or a blog, or you are writing in your journal, or you need to have an important conversation with somebody on that day, you can't say, "Well, I can't speak to John today because it's not a Wednesday." I mean, that's just not realistic or practical. Okay, so what we do is we just pull in this energy and we say, I'm asking now, whatever suits you, the energy of Mercury, whether you see that as the god Mercury or the planet Mercury, you just want to pull that energy in. You want to acknowledge it. And the minute you acknowledge it, that energy is basically attracted to you. Whatever you give off, you receive, because we are transmitters and receivers. So you call upon that energy of Archangel Gabriel or Mercury and you say, "Please, I need this energy to be with me today. I need to speak in front of a lot of people, or I need to have this important conversation with my partner, or I have to have a difficult conversation with my child today," or whatever it is. Maybe I need to go and have a conversation with my superiors because I'm unhappy about something in my job and I feel like I'm unfairly treated. Whatever it is, you can invoke this kind of energy and say, "Please, Archangel Gabriel, be with me today and help me to communicate openly, help me to speak my truth, help me to stand up for myself and be respectful in the words that I use and be proud of how I handled the situation, but also be honest and say what I really need to say, what I really feel. Let me be truthful." Okay. I also just want to talk a little bit about this. I have mentioned this before, but when we're talking about these kind of energies, and I talk about archetypes and angelic energies like Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, it's very important to understand that these energies are just that. They are energies, they are a consciousness that's around us. And when we talk about archangels particularly, the easiest way that I can explain it to somebody is that an archangel energy, when we talk about this omnipresence, them being omnipresent or being able to be in many places at once simultaneously, is very similar to how a cell phone tower works. All right, so a cell phone tower that sends out a signal to millions of cell phones can do this simultaneously, and at the same time it is receiving. I'm getting goosebumps all over, and this is important, guys. It's receiving this information from many, many different cell phones as well. All right, so it has this ability to have this omnipresent consciousness where it can interact with literally thousands of cell phones at the same time, sending back and forth not the same messages but different messages. And that is how the omnipresence of this angelic consciousness works. All right, so it is able to be with us at any time, and it's something that we just need to tap into. We just need to have our little radio station on the right station. We need to tweak that little button on our radio to pick up the right signal. We need to say, "Okay, I need to tune it now because I want to tap into the energy of communication. I want to tap into the energy of Archangel Gabriel." And all you need to do is put it out there. All you need to do is ask. It's also very important to know that with these kind of energies, it's not the kind of energy that is intrusive and will interfere in your life without your permission. The angelic energies are very respectful of universal laws, and one of those laws is our free will that we've been given. So they're not about to interfere with your free will and just do whatever they feel is best for you. If you don't ask, you don't get. And that is how this energy works. You need to ask, "Please help me with my communication today," or "Please help me to do this," or "I would like to achieve that." They're not just going to be presumptuous and decide that you need to have something in your life or this needs to happen right now. They do sometimes intervene in emergencies and this kind of thing, but other than that, We have free will and we have to ask for that help. You can't sit and say, well, the angels never help me. I've never had any help from the angels. You need to ask yourself then, have you asked? Have you ever asked? And if the answer is no, then perhaps you should try and ask and see what happens, because they always answer us. Maybe in weird and wonderful ways and not ways that we expect as well, but they do answer us and they do what is for our highest good, even if we don't realize that at the time. All right, so this is one particular energy that you can kind of pull in when you need it. It can be hugely beneficial when you want to resolve issues with friends and family or things at work, like I was saying. See how you need to appropriate this in your life right now or at any time in the future, and hopefully it will help you. All right. I wish you all a beautiful week further, and I'll chat to you again soon. Take care.